Hey friends, happy Celebration Saturday, and I hope you're celebrating the week, celebrating those things you set out to achieve this week, realizing the gift of this moment, the gift of this day. But I hope you're entering to this weekend with just celebration on the mind, celebrating your wins, celebrating your lessons learned this past week, realizing that last week was an opportunity to grow. Why don't you ask yourself, what are the things that I can celebrate and add to my win list of last week? Just those challenges maybe you overcame, those decisions you made that brought you to new levels, just simply the wins of the week. Maybe just the times that you simply showed up and decided that you deserve more. Maybe you set some boundaries when it came to your goals, but realizing that this week was an opportunity to grow. And I hope that's what you had, that mindset of realizing that each week it's not only an opportunity to win, because even when you maybe have encountered some challenges, some setbacks, the losses, and finding the lesson in it. Maybe this is the weekend where you celebrate, you recalibrate, or maybe educate yourself in a new way. Just finding some time to learn, to grow, realizing that maybe those times that you didn't have to grow this last week, this can be that day to find some time for yourself and move towards your goals. I love Saturdays, right? I always love Saturdays. It's that, it's funny, for a long time, Saturdays to me were just another day to work. So I'm really thankful I have a new appreciation for Saturdays, because Saturdays was the time that I had to work overnight when it was, my time. So it's nice to really just embrace the weekend and knowing that this time is yours. That's what I love about the weekends. It's usually, hopefully, this is a weekend where you can, really just live in the moment and spend some time for yourself. But hey, friends, we're going to dive right into our daily positive quotation. And maybe you're wondering, Sam, what is the daily positive quotation? That's a great question. It's actually a book. Will give us a quote of the day. It'll give us a topic of the day. It will have a little bit of a story section, then a positive thought, or a positive appears to me section. And yes, friends, on the 11th day of this month, our topic is blame and effort. So now we're going to go into our quote. It says, "A man can get discouraged many times, but he is not a failure until he begins to blame somebody else and stops trying." And that's quoted by John Burroughs. So now we're going to go right into our quote. It says, "Things don't go the way we like them to some days. And it seems as if no matter how hard we work, no matter how hard many times we get up and try again, we just can't win. It's not our fault, we think. So it must be somebody else's fault. We can spend a lot of time complaining about this instead of dusting ourselves off and trying yet again." So now we're going to, I really love that. That's a great thing. So we're going to go into our little positive thought, or our positive parenting section. It says, "If I find myself blaming others, I will stop and figure out what I can do instead. Maybe I need a new strategy." So I really love how it says right here, it says, no matter how many times we get up, we can get up and try again. We can't just win, Maybe you find those times. Were those times last week where you got knocked down? Maybe you were working on a project and it just seems to not have gone your way. And maybe you find yourself playing the blame game. When the setbacks come, when the challenges come, and it's something new, and you really feel like it's not you to blame, right? So but I love how it says, when we can spend a lot of time complaining about others instead of dusting ourselves off and trying again. I'm going to talk about that this Saturday. Maybe it's time. Maybe you're playing the blame game, and that blame game has got you into a phase of inaction, not taking action because you feel like it's out of your control. But on this Saturday, it's time to dust ourselves off and try again. On this 5th month of the year, maybe some of those goals you set at month 1 or month 2, maybe you feel like couldn't be it just wasn't meant for you, or something was holding you back, and maybe you were playing the blame game, blaming somebody else for something you wanted. Maybe you're like, you know what? I could have been so successful if they would have helped me more, or I could have been so successful if they didn't ruin this, or I could have been here if they didn't ruin that. Now it's time to not only take accountability, it's time to put in the effort and dust yourself off and try again. Hey, friends, I'm super thankful for you as you enter into this weekend on this beautiful Saturday, realizing the gift of this moment. I want to challenge you to dust yourself off and try again because you matter, your goals matter, and the things you're looking to achieve are up to you. Take care.